reason that I came out to the port of Olympia is because I'm interested in following Jesus, and supposedly so is George W. Bush. And I don't have words for that. It's so frustrating to me to hear a man talk about how his faith supposedly impacts his life, and how he, supposedly cares about people, and how supposedly he's supposed to be following a man who's drawing on the ancient Hebrew prophets who are all about justice, and who are about peace, and who are about tearing down the centers of power when they do not represent the people.
The protest was moving as the trucks were going by, and I was running to take pictures of what was happening at the front of the line. And I didn't see him coming, but a police officer ran up to me, up to my side, and hit me really hard. And I fell through the air, and I fell on my face, and I split my lip, and I was sprawled out in the street. And what I want to talk about is these incredible acts of bravery and kindness and beauty in the face of the most devastating violence.
As I was tackled, I was pulled by my hair and being told to, quote, take my fucking goggles off repeatedly. And I was on the ground and having my hair pulled, having my hood pulled back, my goggles were pulled down, and I was pepper sprayed in the face. I had my hands over my eyes after that. I couldn't see for about half an hour or so. Thank God the medics were great. They were, I would like to thank them so much, because they were there right when I came out of the blockade, and they were always there to help me, and I just think that is great. We were out there to promote peace, and we were greeted with such violence, and I think that's just totally wrong.
Yeah. And I'd like to say to you that I am so sorry that you did not receive the medical attention, because the medical attention that I received was the most beautiful community of people that I've ever met in my entire life, holding my hand and hugging me and getting me water whenever I asked for it. And I am so sorry that people in this world exist that would refuse to give you and help you in that way. That is really disturbing.
I'm Seth. I was there to represent Evergreen Student Newspaper by taking pictures and documenting what went on. And at the second barricade, the main gate, as the police started to spray the people lined up, I came in to take pictures, and there was two people up in the front, two cops up in the front, one that was spraying and one that was kind of watching his back, and the second one tapped the sprayer on the shoulder and pointed at me, and so the sprayer sprayed at me. But I turned, and then he got me real close in the face.
Everyone that's been up here has been giving their stories and invoking much more than the physical abuse that we were privy to at the hands of the Olympia Police Department. And speaking directly, I feel, to the psychological domination and subjugation that they were aiming for. My personal experience, though not as physically devastating as a lot of the people who have been up here, was so psychologically and emotionally traumatizing that I still don't think I've dealt with it properly. It wasn't for me the fact that I was pepper sprayed, violently manhandled, as much as that was true. It was more that once those things were done, I was stumbling around in the muddy quarry next to the entrance to the gate, watching this be done in a much more brutal fashion to very, very close friends and companions. And I wasn't in every situation, and I'm really appreciative that everyone found the strength and ability to come up here and illuminate those situations for me, those ones that I wasn't eyewitness to. But the malicious intent of this psychological, assault upon all of us is really what I think is so important. Because their police presence, their physical stature, everything that they were doing, their stoicism and their indifference to our suffering was a direct psychological assault upon us as much as their physical abuse could, physically hurt us. It was not their intent to break our bones or to blind us, but more to have us watch as they did these things to our friends, to have us feel completely powerless. And I would like to thank everyone in this room and those people who weren't there, who are here now, to show us that that's completely unacceptable.